Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay. Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today, let's see here, 1447, Sunday, May 23rd. All right, so it looks like we are ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of these pairs here, Forex and CFD stuff for Rwanda. I don't know why Australia still comes out on top here. Brent crude is just really choppy. As you can see here in USD, let me show you the 1 day. It's still kind of rallying a little bit. Will it continue is the next question. Here's a strong pair here. Looks pretty consistent. That's the British pound against the US dollar. So the US dollar seems to be strengthening. Also, we have here the pound against the Swiss franc has a long there. Some of the safe trades seem to be happening as well. Let me show you some of these. So again, this is from last Friday. What we have here is a mixed for Friday. You can see here like 2 of 4 up of the 4 exchange averages. Oil is up quite a bit. 2%. Gold is down. And then we have here more down, except for the USD, Japanese yen's got a long. You can see the onslaught of the virtual currency here that we've talked about on various other platforms outside of YouTube. And then we have these two, the FTSE for UK and the Nikkei up, FTSE down as well. So there's that. I thought I would also show how is the overall space doing on a 5-day return. It's quite interesting here. You can see it's down. This is the S&P 500. It's down 0.43%. For the month, it's down 0.5%. So we clearly have some form of pressure. How you doing? Limit orders for BTC set at 29K and another at 24K. I really can't talk about that because YouTube considers that dangerous content. So I talk elsewhere about that particular asset class and instrument, and I don't make the rules. But thanks for sharing. All right, so continuing along, if we have here a month of negative return for the S&P, you can clearly see why there's longs on the Scandinavian currencies as the potential trade there for safe haven. Mexico's back in there as well. It's quite the interesting. Now this is where it gets interesting here. So thoughts on syndicator, stoic, and automated trades, the user account versus Binance or BNUS. Well, I don't know. You have to find it elsewhere. I won't be able to provide you that answer. Anyways, gold in Swiss franc is down. This is the real instrument we got to watch. Is fairly reliable. Is gold against silver. It's longing. It is creeping up there. You can see since May 17th. So this is what we have to watch, and it's moving up. Oddly, another way to know when certain currencies get stronger is look at what gold and whatever trades in. Gold in the Swiss franc is definitely getting stronger there. I should reverse that, but it is creeping up there since April. Okay, so, and again, when you do the same thing with the Canadian, it's fairly flat. And if you want to see the British pound, we got some shorts there, and that's silver now. Flat there too. Okay, so some of the market indices, we got a slight long on the Australia 200. It's going to be a very mixed story, but what the real one to watch and which way it'll go is that gold silver ratio. Now we get into some of the other Forex pairs. I do go through them. the Australia USD is one of those stronger ones. If you look at this, not as strong as the Euro USD or the pound against the USD, but let's see if we can find it. Okay, here's the other one that we got to watch is this one, the Euro Norway, another Scandinavian. Yeah, so you got it shut down, right? Yeah, that's why I can't talk about it. I've been already forewarned on. I got my warning, and I don't talk about it since. And moved everything off of virtual currency, moved it off of the YouTube. So regarding here, Euro Norway, it's got a short here, but performance-wise, it has rallied. So maybe the U.S. markets are expected to go long tomorrow. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This is what started the whole video. Is Euro USD the best buy and hold? When you look at this since April, you definitely can see it's been rallying. However long that lasts, I don't know. But we have a short here. Here's a second one, a second short, so maybe it might come to an end. But it's something that that you may not have caught, but there it is. Along here on another Hong Kong. I think Hong Kong seems to be strengthening. India, obviously, 2, 3 shorts, obviously going on with the global sickness. Certain things I cannot mention by name. Another thing that we got to be very careful of is how are the treasuries and the bonds and all the debt handling is being handled. Right now, we have a long on the UK, a 10-year. We have a short here and a long on the 30-year. The USD Thai baht has been doing quite interesting stuff. Again, if you look at the 1 day, it's been kind of rallying pretty good since March, flat out. And where does it go from there? Nobody knows. Okay, continuing along, the US 5-year bond, the 10-year is short, but it's very stable. That's what matters, because if that starts to tank, that's when everything starts to really look bad. You can see this decline here between August and April. It's been stable. I think it's because of the stimulant, the Fed printing. But at some point, the dollar is still under major pressure. The national debt's still going to be there. The inflation pressure is still there. So it's just a matter of time before this starts to continue to decline on the 10-year bond. And what was that? That was a short or two. So who knows? But I guess, as I said, the real turning point is when you're watching that gold-silver ratio. Okay, some more. This is very interesting to see how the USD Mexico peso is doing. If I look on a daily basis, it's been in decline. Let's see what else here. So we have some more oil here. This is definitely flattening out. Actually, no, that's a pretty good steady decline. So my assumption there is if this continues with the good so-called global sickness vaccine, that may be good news and might drive up continually this rally in oil. Let's see if that's the same with, it's the same with Brent crude. So here we have a long for WTI. So we have a long and short for the Brent. Now this is another one to watch is sugar, part of the inflation trade. You can see there's that big pullback, kind of recover, and then it's starting to drop back again. It's telling you it is definitely flattening out, and maybe even into decline for inflationary. So we'll see some other examples of that in a minute. Again, we see some really strong trade opportunities here with the pound against the US dollar. Seems to be accelerating there more recently. So we have two shorts though. Be aware, as they always say, New Zealand and USD as well. Flattening out, another short here. So maybe the US dollar is starting to peter out. Some calls here for Australia, mixed on those. That's Australian USD. Canada, CHD, CFH. Here's some NASDAQ. We got a slight long there. slight long there on the Nasdaq. It's fairly rare, but you can just see it. It's just not a steady incline. It's kind of been choppy since here February. UK 100, same thing probably. Actually, it's just more recently it's been kind of choppy there. And what does it say there? It's a long, short. So 2 shorts out of 3. US 30, we have 1, 2. So we have longs there on the US top 30 as well. Brent crude has been a short. Another short on the pound against the USD. Yeah, trading these kind of currencies is really tough. USD and oil, but you can see this USD Norway could be predictable if things go bad. So this is probably the next one I'd watch for, is the long on the Scandinavian, be it Norway or Sweden, Norway, or Denmark, as in here. You can see all of them here. These are all long. So these are the ones that have a cleaner balance sheet. Shorts here on the gold and Swiss franc. Interesting thing is, there's been more mentions of gold start to move. You can just start to see it. So maybe gold is a thing to get into. That seems to be more consistent as inflation starts to kick in. Let's see how silver is doing. And it really depends upon the currency you're in as well. So here you clearly see flat there with silver in Australia, silver in Canada, the same. So we have 2 shorts there. So how many? Quite a few shorts in gold. Silver in Canada. Silver and Swiss franc has a long, oddly enough, but I don't think it really means a lot. Same with Hong Kong dollar. Australia 200, I got a short there. Very mixed. Just so you know, we're in the very good score now. China, okay, this is our first China, so we go long there. But when you look at the daily, China's not been doing too much. It peaked in February, and it's come back down and gone flat since then. So this is definitely not strong for China. We have a bunch of shorts here. Actually, it might be a mixed bag of, yeah, a couple of shorts, a couple of longs, nothing really, well, actually more longs than shorts. Doesn't mean a whole lot. So Euro 50, got a slight long there. A little more rally for Europe, but it's topped out as well. Not much to go from here. But I do think gold silver ratio, if things still continue to be performing on a week basis, then you know that yeah, things are kind of moving down. But when that's on a monthly and a weekly view for the S&P. So here is another short for Euro USD, and that's a daily view. So there's a rally, small rally there. Let's see the German bond here. It's been very flat, but got longs as well. Germany 30, another short. So Germany's not looking too good either. It's flattening out. So it's possible, very possible, that gold and gold silver ratio may start to be the ones to put into. Japan 225 got along. See how Singapore is doing. Globally, it's the same pattern. Just you can see that daily pressure on the Singapore. See the same thing if it happens in the Japanese 225. Same thing, same pattern. So Asia's struggling right there. I think it's debt, and it's all related around the US. UK 10-year, it's stable. It's got a long actually. Again, the UK 100 market. Again, same thing. It's a very common pattern against the exchanges there, the stock exchanges. So we got short there. Another short again for the 100 UK 100. I'd be pretty leery to put money into there. But gold and gold silver ratio looks pretty good for now. Pressure downward shorts here on the US 30. Actually, it's mixed there. Okay, US China, let's see how that's been doing. So we got a slight long there, another slight long, but it's just been slammed. US INR or rupee has been just killed as well since April here, I guess because of the global sickness. This one I'm interested in is Thailand. See, there's not a nice rally there. It's gone flat. This might be one that to watch that could take off. US 30 we talked about, that's got a long, slight one, another slight long. Very mixed bag there for that particular US top 30. More Treasury, we've talked about that. It's holding steady. It's not dropping like it was because of the stimulants. US Canadian getting into a decline there. It's got a long. Let's see the daily. Yeah, it's been getting hammered. That shouldn't be happening, but the Canadian, I don't know if it's coming around. I don't think it is, but you could say the same thing about this US Swiss franc as well. Just been in decline. We like to put money where money grows. Right now, as I said, it's gold, silver. Sorry, gold silver ratio. It's important. And this, I'd be holding off the Scandinavian ones. Again, Norway, Sweden, and maybe Denmark. There's a lot of very good though. Oil, another short there. Brent crude short. Okay, these are the important ones. These are sugar. Daily view, got a short, and look at that. That's a slight price decline. Corn, same thing. So, question is there a inflationary pressure anymore on agriculture? It doesn't look like it. It's hit its peak here, May 10th, and it's been dropping since. And it's continued to have it short. So we got 1, 2, 3 shorts for corn. That's why I'm kind of questioning if these agriculture are places to be anymore. I don't think so. So we might be able to turn around and say, you know what, inflationary is kind of not there right now. And I've said that on the last week. So that is quite possible. Just looking for anything else that's noteworthy. Here's an interesting one. The pound against the Japanese yen's been climbing quite nice. You would never think of seeing this combination, but there you go. And it's still performing fairly well on a 4 hour, I guess a 6 hour we could do. It's got a short, but that's an interesting pair to watch. Anything to do with pound? No, okay, not pound with the New Zealand. Yeah, that's not doing too much, but the pound and the US dollar sort of trending up. Yeah, a lot of things are getting slammed. But I think part of the US dollar may strengthen because the virtual currency space has been hit hard. I think that's part of an overall plan. There was a combination of bad news one after another to kill it off, because that is a competition to the fiat currencies out there. Here's another important one: is copper, and you can see it's starting to decline as well. Copper is really important because that's an industrial metal. So that tells you right here that's in decline. It's got a long, but it's definitely inflation pressure is just not quite there. I mean, we're going back to the inflationary time period of probably early May, right here. So May was pretty high. reached its peak here and it's in decline. So I guess for some that might be good news. All right, so that looks like it's about it. No other questions outside of the digital virtual currency space this guy was asking about. As I said, I can't talk about it. But other than that, before I forget, let's see here. If you want to, part of my delay last week was I've been redesigning the website, quantlabs.net. Come here, you could sign up and get on the daily newsletter as well. I don't sell any information. That's at quantlabs.net. Or also we have our store. You can get some stuff as well. So I'd strongly recommend looking into that if you're into it. Lots of cool stuff. Other than that, we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a good Sunday. Thanks for all the likes. I appreciate it. And keep your eyes out on the gold silver ratio, and gold's looking out of all things looking pretty good. Again, thanks for watching. Have a good day.